Hello my sweets, it's Keisha. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome and thank you so much for choosing to watch my video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I transformed these plain birdhouses into these beautiful decor pieces. If you'd like to see how, just keep watching. A list of supplies I used is in the description box below. I began with these two birdhouses, one from Dollar Tree that you build yourself and the other from Joann's that is ready-made for $1.99. At the time I purchased these, they were not available, but Dollar Tree now has ready-made birdhouses in the Crafter's Square section if you prefer. I removed the label from the bottom and the hanging rope from the top. I used Waverly chalk paint in Agave to paint the Dollar Tree birdhouse and Ballet slipper to paint the Joann's birdhouse. I gave each one 2 coats of paint, drying between coats. I was a little messy with the paint, so I painted over the porches with Waverly chalk paint in white. Then I dry brushed white over the Agave painted house. Once the paint dried, I applied Waverly wax in Antique on the porches. I also applied the Antique wax around the edges of both roofs. Next, I went into my stash and pulled out some decorative cardstock and scrapbook paper. I measured and cut a piece of paper that was 1/2 inch larger than I needed for the roof. After I gave it a good crease down the middle, I adhered it with Mod Podge and set it aside to dry. Once dry, I used my sanding block to remove the excess paper. Next, I used this lace ribbon from Dollar Tree to glue around the perimeter of the roof. Here I have 2 tea light holders from Dollar Tree. They come in 3 sizes and these are the taller 2. They are also already painted in Waverly chalk paint in Ivory from a previous project. Next, I paint them with Waverly wax in Antique and a chip brush to give them a wood look and set them aside to dry. I traced the top of the candle holder on the bottom of the birdhouse to help me center it. I used E6000 around the rim of the candle holder for a strong hold and set them aside to dry for a few hours. Here is a look at how I decorated both houses. I added a piece of the lace ribbon to the sides of the roof on the pink house. On the Agave colored house, I used a pink heart scrapbook paper and 1/4 inch pink rickrack trim I purchased from Walmart. I have a variety of small flowers from my stash to pretty up the houses a bit more. The Agave house has a bit of a gap on both sides, so I'll use Spanish moss to disguise those. Once I was satisfied with the look and the amount of the Spanish moss, I added the 3 flowers and a piece of greenery. I added a smaller amount of moss to the pink house, then added the florals and the greenery. And here's the end results of these 2 houses. After I was finished filming, I decided I wanted to make this into a trio of houses. So I painted the 3rd one in ivory, then I used craft sticks on the roof that I painted with colors from each of the houses to tie them together. Then I placed the moss and the florals at the base of the candle holder. And I think the 3 of them are just darling together. But I want to know what you think. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and tell me which birdhouse is your favorite in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, love, inspire, create. See you next time.